Just reflecting back on the last 3 days, my first instinct is to look at the process that we followed. And when you look at a typical strategic planning process, it's very linear and it's very cut and dry. You look at external factors and internal capabilities, and you do a SWOT analysis, come up with a vision. And there are limitations to that. There's strengths to that, but the limitations are that it's not as organic, and you can get to where it's kind of forced. So the process that we followed was a very close approximation to that linear process, but it was much more organic, and it allowed for much more dialogue than a typical strategic planning process will. And I feel like the conversation and our understanding of the problem and potential resolutions was so much more rich because of that. So that's kind of my first big instinct. A personal takeaway for me was just a broader awareness that the problems that Nashville faces, the challenges that we face and we will face in the coming 15 to 20 years, the amount of resources it's going to take to approach those things and to do something about them is much more significant by 4 times at least in my mind of what our tax base and our government can handle. And so it really opened my eyes to the deep need in Nashville for more social entrepreneurship, more social innovation is how I think of it, because we've got to make more with less, and we've got to do more with less. And I think we have the right brain power in our creative city to be able to do that. So I left really optimistic that there's ways we can do it, and realizing that government is one form of collaboration. It's a highly structured form of collaboration, but that if we can get all these great, brilliant minds around Nashville to become socially innovative and to collaborate in a little more structured way, then we can really make long-term difference. And then finally, I feel like I've gotten to know my fellow participants in a great way because of the intensive amount of time that we've spent together talking about really deep-seated issues, much more than a lot of other leadership programs that I've been in, because of the amount of time and just getting right down to the root of things with them. I feel like I'm leaving with a better understanding of the issues, but some really great long-term friendships and people who I really understand. So I feel like I'm leaving equipped to go do more in the city.